Hello everyone, welcome to Times TV. Today we bring you to attend the Oman E-Commerce Conference here at the Oman Convention and Exhibition Center. The two-day event is the most innovative e-commerce and digital transformation conference happening in the Middle East with focus of everything online. Thank you so much, Mr. Mohsin, for joining us. So this is the first of its kind, biggest e-commerce expo and conference happening in the Sultanate right now. How do you feel about it?
Well, yes, once you speak of e-commerce, there are quite a number of conferences took place, but in particular to do business and to promote businesses and businesses platforms, this is the first of its kind. It is interesting one. We have witnessed the enthusiastic delegates and participants and speakers. This is day one actually because of the topic. The topic is a very important topic. It is a trend and phenomena where everybody is speaking of. The good thing that the benefits of e-commerce, and I think the benefits of e-commerce suits ideally the trend of the SMEs phenomena which we are witnessing in Oman actually, because this is a tool which basically helps a lot the segments of the SMEs. It is an opportunity which allows the SMEs to reach out, not necessarily in the local market, but the international market as well. So what basically we are encouraging and intending through this expo, first, to allow and provide this platform of interaction between Omanis and their counterparts from regional countries and international countries, allow Omanis to get exposed to success stories in such, whether being regional or international markets, making the Omani to understand what does the e-commerce means, what are the factors required to make sure that we have successful experience in developing this phenomena and this business in the country, showcasing the local initiatives in this regard. Actually, we have two examples and success stories. One, we have interesting initiative was presented and been taken by Omanis to create so-called local marketing platforms, such as MarketX and others actually. And then there are another examples and initiatives highly appreciated by Omanis who have really managed successfully to list their product and services to international and regional platforms. So again, this is what makes us excited to organize this event, and this ideally also corresponds with the approach of the government to develop e-government and e-commerce actually. And we have heard this morning that Ministry of Commerce and Industry have, or the minister basically, last week signed a ministerial decision forming a section, dedicated section within the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and this embodies and interprets the intention of the government represented by Ministry of Commerce and Industry that we are there as a government, will support this initiative and this sector, and will be there of course to make sure that the start of this business and this trend and phenomenon in the country and in the community in general on the proper basis. So hopefully, as I mentioned, this will contribute by creation of jobs. People are debating whether this e-commerce would affect certain jobs and eliminate certain jobs, or will create jobs.
Right.
It does both, honestly. Okay. Whoever will lose his job in a certain area because of the technology in general and e-commerce actually, but this person who lost his job basically in this field might be trained to be to fit a certain requirement, a certain labors and technicians are required for this e-commerce trend and phenomena.
So it's like a win-win situation.
Exactly. Okay. But this is the world, the whole world is heading. We have to be prepared, and we are part of this whole international community. We cannot isolate ourselves. We have to go with the trend actually, but the question is how we could really be prepared to minimize as much we can the negative impacts and to enforce the positives and make sure that our boys and girls are prepared to meet actually the requirement to be part of this, as I mentioned, phenomenon.
Right, sir. So you being an expert in this field, do you see the number of local SMEs growing, and are they moving towards e-commerce, or would you advise them towards move towards e-commerce?
The actual challenge, if you try to diagnose certain, I call not the failure experiences, but existing one in the market, the actual challenges is for them basically the marketing. Challenge is affording having a proper traditional shop. Challenges to showcase the product on shelves because there are a financial obligation doing so. Challenges to store, challenges to mobilize their products from part to a part within the country. So, and I think this is the solution. And this is the solution, very cost effective and effective in terms of marketing and promotion actually. You could really be sitting in any small village in the country and produce what you are producing, ideas, services, product, whatever, and this could reach actually through this platform and this e-commerce, what we are debating actually all the time, to a consumer could sit any part, anywhere actually in this part of the country or any part of the country, anytime. Actually, so this is, and I think, an issue with no doubt will help the SMEs, especially the new startups and starters, and then of course this also will create jobs and entrepreneurs within this area of business, which is the e-commerce.
Right.
Actually, developers, designers, and so on. So, and I think, no doubt, this is an issue will help the SMEs, an issue will create jobs, allow people would be more creative in doing business. Actually, not necessarily the traditional way of doing business. I sit in a shop, or I sit in an exhibition and showcase my product, and people might get to know me, as I mentioned. And regardless where you are, any time of the day, actually, on click of button from your mobile, from your laptop or iPad, and you Google and scroll product and commodity wherever you are actually, and you can buy. And this is what we want to do actually, and encouraging, as I mentioned, both the developers. We have certain speakers who represent companies who have developed local platforms, and engaging them as well to link their platforms with regional international platforms actually. So this will be a sort of a way that, as I mentioned, taking them beyond the borders and geography of Oman to a regional and international market.
Absolutely, sir. So in future, maybe you can see the business moving towards e-commerce. Would you encourage people to do that?
Definitely.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining and talking to us.
Thank you. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
For more interesting videos, keep watching Times TV.